I'm Kirsty _diamond painter. Welcome to my channel and welcome to the final Wizarding World DPalong video for 2025. Very exciting, but also a little bit sad because it's over. It's all done for this year. It's gone so quick, but I've thoroughly enjoyed working on this kit with all of you and seeing all of your progress. And I've especially enjoyed the house cup, which has been so much fun seeing what you've done for the challenges. I know they're pretty basic even, but it's still been fun seeing which kind of things that you've used, and especially the quotes. So yeah, I've really enjoyed it. Thank you so much for participating. So this video is going to be obviously the wrapping up of Wizarding World DPalong as the main thing, but I'm also kind of combining it with my May WIP Chat, because I've done every month of this year so far and I don't want to miss out on one month already. So I'll do the kind of WIP and Chat bit first, and then I will come back to Wizarding World DPalong to see who has become champion for the House Cup, or which house has become champion for the House Cup, and also to announce the winners of the lovely prizes that our sponsors have donated. So yeah, I am currently working on Hogwarts Express, which of course was my event kit. It is from Diamond Art Club. I have cut the image down to fit in here because it is slightly longer than this, but you get the idea. So that is the kit that I'm working on. I have been using this pen, which I can't remember if I've shown you or not. I know I mentioned ordering it. So this is from Madwood Turn-In. Obviously it's in my house colour of Gryffindor, which was a great thing to have, but it's also called Regulus, which is one of the characters, if you're not aware. Regulus Black, he is Sirius's brother, and also stars. So this is the pen I've been using. I have got my single placer stainless steel tip from Diamond Art Club, and I've got my 6 placer stainless steel tip from Diamond Art Club. I have been using this putty from Crafting Cat UK. I forgot her name then. It is scented as Vintage Bookstore, which I thought was fitting because, you know, old books, Hogwarts kind of goes. As always, I've got my trays from Bella Art and Nicole. This is the little one that I've been using for some of the smaller colours, but I am kitted up into trays for the most part. Quite a few max trays have been used for this kit. You can probably tell there's a lot of dark colours, and there's a lot of those dark colours. I have also been using my Monster Mini tool from Diamond Painting Daily. So this is basically a big multi-placer. All the jewels stick onto the double-sided tape here. I do kind of need to change that tape actually. And then, yeah, roll them all on. Big multi-placer. Do really like these. That is the mini version. Of course, I've got my release paper from Bee's Crafty Corner. These are her event ones that she made for us. Love them. They are great, so thank you very much for that. And I've also been using an extra tray. This is the event one that Flora Designs have created for the event. I got mine in Gryffindor colours, of course. Something I didn't realise at the time though, you can't really see it on this bit here. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. You can kind of see it. The whole bottom is like got sparkly stars in it, which I didn't realise to start with. So that's really cool. I really like that. But yeah, that's been the other tray that I have been using for smaller colours that aren't already kitted up into trays. So yeah, that's what I'm working on. I will get started. I have no idea. Well, it's going to be a nice easy one, just one on its own. Maybe we'll start with that. So May obviously was mostly taken up with the event, which has been brilliant, but before I could start on my event kit, I did have another one that I was finishing, which was Desert Bloom Dreamcatcher, I think was the name of it. I can't find the symbol for, there it is. I couldn't find the tray for the one that I wanted to do next. So yeah, Desert Bloom Dreamcatcher was the one that I was working on, that I had to finish before I could start my event kit. I did finish it, and it turned out really, really nice. It's not normally a style that I would go for, but I actually really enjoyed it. So I'll put an image of it on the screen so that you can see what it looked like if you haven't seen my Instagram or anything. Is that it for that one? Yes. I have a feeling all the rest of these colours, actually no, the blue ones I'll do first. But the rest of them are all in max trays, which may be problematic with how close I am to the edge of the desk and where I've got the tripod set up, but we'll deal with that, it's fine. So yeah, finished that kit. Of course, my order from Flora Designs came in. I showed the full order in, oopsie. You know what, I can stay there. I showed the full order in the week 2 video. It was the sponsor highlight video. Yeah, because last week was the quiz. So if you want to see my full order for that, go back a couple of videos and you can see that. Well, I will say the pen that I ordered with it was this little bubble pen. I was using it for a smaller kit that I will talk about in just a moment. It's actually really light to use, and not too small either. I've got a couple of mini sized pens from Butterfly Effect Wares, but this one is slightly smaller than that. So I was kind of like, is it going to be too small? But no, it was actually, yeah, really nice to hold, especially if you've got small hands like me. So that came in. I have ordered a pen from Butterfly Effect Wares. It's not arrived yet, looking at the tracking, it seems to have just got stuck at the kind of outbound airport or whatever it is that they do in the USA for about a week, which doesn't normally happen, but I think you guys had, I don't know if you call them bank holidays, they're not bank holidays, but you had like some kind of holiday where everything shut down for a few days, I think. So maybe that's why it was a little bit more delayed. I do believe it's in the UK now though. Looking at the tracking, it looks like it was processed last night, so hopefully they're quick enough and it'll be delivered today. Sometimes they can do it the next day after it arrives in the UK, sometimes they can't, so in which case it should be here Monday. Either way, I'm very excited to receive that. I think I mentioned it in one of the other videos, but it's the, I can't remember what it's called now, like opal, something opal, crystal opal maybe? It's basically, my birthstone is opal, so already onto a win, and my favourite colour is blue, and it was the blue opal colour. They're really, really pretty, so hopefully that will be here very, very soon. Okay, let's try and get these max trays. I'm just going to have to balance it on the edge here and hope for the best. it's not too bad. I think we can do this. So a non-diamond painting thing that happened to me this month, which I was kind of, it's a typical, of course that would happen to me kind of situation. So full-time job is a designer. I work for a publishing events company, media company kind of. So yeah, I was just normal day at work. The sales guys, we've got 3 offices within the UK. The office that I'm in, we're split into 2 rooms. All of the sales are in one room, and all of like the editorial, creative people, we're in another room. So sales were going to go down to one of the other UK offices so that all the salespeople in the company could do a couple of days of training together. They do it once a year, sometimes twice a year, just as like a fun thing for them as well. And one of the salespeople came in, and we were just talking to him before they left, and he was like, oh yeah, we're all leaving at about 12 o'clock. Fine, didn't think anything of it. I take my lunch from 1 till 12, so I come back from lunch, I'm walking up the corridor to go to the office, and one of them is coming out the kind of doorway that leads through to where our office is. And so I just see him, and I'm thinking, oh, this is an hour after they should have left. What are they still doing here? So I just said, we all get on really well. I was like, what are you still doing here? I thought you would have left by now. And he goes, yeah, I am leaving. And I was like, oh, okay. He's not normally one to kind of get annoyed or anything, and we've all got quite a jokey friendship between each other. But I thought maybe the boys had been like getting on at him if he was the one causing them to be late, so didn't really think anything of it. I was like, you know, it's fine. He was struggling with the door a bit because he had obviously his overnight bag. They were staying at the other office for a few days. So I was like, oh, do you want me to get the door? He was like, no, I'm fine. And then he was like quite pleasant again. I was like, okay, no worries. And then as I then fully passed him and he was going the other way, I just said, oh, have a nice time. And he kind of looked confused and was like, it was nice working with you. And then I was confused and I was like, okay, that's weird. But again, kind of didn't think anything of it because I was already like half walking into our office at that point. Let's go in, sit down, and my colleague that sits opposite me, she goes, oh, did you see that person in the hallway? I was like, yeah. And she goes, did he not tell you? I was like, tell me what? She goes, he's just been fired. And then I remember the first thing that I said to him is, what are you still doing here? I thought you would have left by now. So not only does his annoyance at me saying that make sense, because maybe he thought I knew he was being fired. I didn't. I just want to clarify that. I had no idea. I didn't even know it was being considered. But then he thought I was potentially rubbing it in, being like, oh, what are you still doing here? Why are you still here? So that was really awkward. And obviously the "it was nice working with you" comment then made sense. But let me know, have you guys ever been in similar situations, or do things like that happen to you? Awkward situations that you're both having 2 completely different conversations, or you're both thinking 2 completely different things. So yeah, so that was a thing that happened. But then on a brighter note, and back to kind of diamond painting stuff, Art Dot have released like a 12 kit set. They're beginner kits, they're all 30, no they're not. They are 25 by 35. I was going to say 30 by 40 because that's what generally those sizes are listed as, but they're not, they are actually smaller. They do actually list them as 25 by 35 though, so at least they're doing it properly. Yeah, they have got an artist who has painted all these images for them to use. Her name is Zoe Lee. She does some really lovely work. But yeah, she is working with them so that it's all licensed. And and then they've turned them into diamond paintings. And they actually sent me a set to try out, and they're not too bad, you know. Considering the price, they're pretty good for value for money. I did do an unboxing and review. Why is my hand shaking? Try not to get stuck on the sticky on this end. So yeah, I did an unboxing and I completed one of them so that I could do like a post review within it as well. So I will link to that video if you want to go check that out. And then here is an image of the first one that I completed. I can't remember the name of it now. Floating Lanterns, that was what it was called. So yeah, technically another finish for the month, which was impressive. I did fully speedrun that one though, which was slightly stressful, but you know, I was doing it for the video, so yeah, it was alright. And the only other things that have really happened this month, I am on the last few days of my week's annual leave, which is a little bit sad. It's been nice to just kind of sit and get some diamond painting done. I've managed to get a lot of this done just in the last week. I think I've done more in the last week than I had the 2 weeks or however long it was beforehand. Which just shows how busy I am when I am at work. I didn't think I was that busy. Like, May's generally the quietest month, which is why I do Wizarding World DPalong in May. But yeah, things are just getting busier and busier, which I feel like is the same with everyone everywhere. So I don't like that that's becoming our kind of new normal, but not much we can do about it really. And then my second hobby, also incredibly expensive, Lego. There are a lot of kits being released on the 1st of June, which is tomorrow, as I'm recording this on the Saturday. I have got my eye on a few of them. There are a lot of Harry Potter ones as well being released. I've got a gift card that I've been saving. I got the gift card quite a while ago, but I knew they were releasing lots of kits in June, so I've been hanging on to it. And I've also got quite a few points through their insider reward program. So between that, I hopefully won't be spending too much, but we shall see. There's 2 kits that I'm definitely going to be getting. One is the number 4 Privet Drive. It's kind of based around the Aunt Marge scene where Harry blows his aunt up. So that is one of them that I'm 100% getting. And the other is the second part of the kind of big modular Hogwarts. It's supposed to be the biggest and most detailed set of Hogwarts that they've done so far. They're kind of releasing it in pieces though, which maybe it's for a marketing perspective, they can sell more, because obviously if people don't want the whole thing, they can just buy bits of it. But I do also think with the prices of the 2 sets that have come out so far, if they were to release it all as one big one, people would kind of look at it and just be like, nope, that's too much. Whereas obviously splitting it into little bits, it's a bit more manageable. So yeah, is the main tower that is being released tomorrow. The Great Hall, or Entrance Hall and Great Hall, I can't remember what it's called now, has already been released. I still do need to build it though. I had about 8 Lego sets that I had gained that I hadn't built. I've been slowly making my way through them, but I've been going from smallest set to biggest set. And this Hogwarts Great Hall is the biggest one that I had out of them. So I've unboxed it. I've got all of the bags ready to go. Maybe I'll do that over the weekend. We'll see how much time I get. I definitely need it finished before this new one arrives though. So yeah, that's been my May. No, stretch. Which one do I do now? Let's do the one with least. I feel like it's been more eventful. I feel like it's been more eventful just because of Wizarding World DPalong and having a week off. A few more things have happened. It's not just been the boring day-to-day life. But it's been fun. I've enjoyed it. So going back to Wizarding World DPalong, we have got the house points to do, and we've also got the winners to announce, which is exciting. So we will do house points first. Now, unlike the other weeks, we actually have 3 lots of house points to kind of add on this time. We've got the points for the week 4 progress post, we have got points for the week 4 challenge, and then we've also got points for your 40 by 40 centimetre area finishes. So same as the other weeks, I will do mini reveals of each. So on screen I will put, my mind's gone blank. On screen I will put the scores from the end of week 3. So this is where we were at the end of last week. I'm also going to put this up now. Hufflepuff, of course, were still in the lead. So let's add on the week 4 progress points. As you can see, it's still very close between Ravenclaw and Hufflepuff, but Hufflepuff is still very slightly in the lead. So if we add on the final challenge points, so this week's challenge was to include your favourite quote, either from the books or the films. It could be either written on paper and then put in the image, or it could just be put in the description of your photo. Either was accepted. So adding on those points, we still have Hufflepuff in the lead, but they're very, very close. So it will all come down to who finished the most, I guess. So you could finish your post in any week, finish your area in any week, but I have just gone through and collected everything up. Well, I'm recording it today, I will do it tomorrow, because obviously you've still got till the end of today. But all of those will be added in. So I'm going to reveal each house one at a time, just to create more suspense. And I'll start from current last place to current first place. So Gryffindor, your final points are 366. Not bad. There was a maximum of 900 points available. Slytherin started off in last place, but have managed to slither into third. Can you stay there though? You have ended the event on 400 points. And now we get to the top 2. Starting with Ravenclaw, who have been hot on the heels of first place the whole event. Your final points are 565. But is it enough to claim first place? Finally, Hufflepuff, the ones who have been leading so far. You have ended the event on 553, which means congratulations go to Ravenclaw. You have won this year's House Cup. It just goes to show persistence pays off. Thank you to everyone that participated. Of course, that was a fun extra for bragging rights, but that's not quite the end of Wizarding World DPalong for this year. Because of our wonderful sponsors, we do have some prizes to be given away. Everyone that posted their start photo with keyword and completed the required section of their license kit have been put into a name wheel, and it's just being picked randomly. So good luck to everyone. I also apologise in advance for any names that I mispronounce. Starting with Bee's Crafty Corner, we have 2 $10 Canadian gift cards and event paper bundles to give away, and the winner for these are Jess Diamond Paints and Mary Beth Profit. Congratulations! Next we have a pen and putty bundle from Butterfly Effectwares, and the winner is Nana Sasha Bornhansen. Congratulations! We have a gift card to Crafting Cat UK. I don't actually know if she said how much it would be, so that's an extra surprise for you. And the winner is Christine Lan. Congratulations! Then we have the $10 gift card to Flora Designs, and the winner is Keisha Johnson. Congratulations! Next we have 2 $10 gift cards for Bella Art and Nicole, and the winners are Autumn Siegel and Or Livy. Congratulations! And our final prize to give away is the Monster Placer, Monster Mini and Ghost Bundle from Diamond Painting Daily, and the winner is Anna Ortner. Congratulations! So that really is this year's Wizarding World DPalong event over now. I'll contact all winners in the next couple of days to confirm everything, so make sure you look out for that. And I know I've said it a lot, but thank you to all the sponsors and to everyone that participated. I've thoroughly enjoyed it again this year and will be excited to start preparing for next year. Let me know in the comments what you liked most about this year's Wizarding World DPalong. I think mine has to be the House Cup and the challenges. So also let me know if you've got any challenge ideas for 2026. Thanks for watching. Bye!